All right, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing lovely on this Tuesday. The sun was out. It is dry. Hope you're getting your vitamin D. If you have pets, I hope you're walking your dogs outside. Hope your cats are chilling in the window, getting some sunshine. So it is one of my favorite days of the month. We are talking with Gina Hardter of the AWLA, and we're going to meet some of Alexandria's adoptable animals. Hello, Gina. How are you?
Hi, Grace. I'm doing great. And I agree with you. Our animals are doing great too because they are loving the sun. Our dogs were enjoying some rays. Our cats could feel it from the windows. It's definitely getting close to lovely weather, and all our animals are looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So, speaking of lovely weather, I know this past weekend was a little bit rainy. I think it's supposed to be a little bit better this coming weekend. So, tell us what you guys have planned.
Yes, so we are excited because we've decided it's spring, weather, notwithstanding, and we have our spring fling adoption event that is coming up this Saturday, May 14th. There you go. It's going to be running from noon to 5 p.m. and we are so excited to be welcoming people back to our building in limited numbers so we can get as many animals adopted as possible. That's our dogs, that's our cats, that's our small animals. We're going to meet some of all of them today. And because we want to help these animals find amazing homes, we are doing name your price adoption fees. So our adoption fees can run anywhere between $5 and $350, depending on the age and type of animal. But this weekend only on May 14th, it's going to be name your price. So we are really looking forward to seeing people. We're looking forward to making some amazing matches, and we're going to meet some of Alexandria's amazing adoptables tonight.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I hope as many people come out as they can to meet these animals in person. So some of the animals we're seeing tonight, yes, like you just said, will be there on Saturday. So who do we have tonight? Who are we starting off with?
Well, I always have to say we have a wonderful amount of amazing animals. We have lots of cats and dogs right now, especially, but we're going to start with Geno. He is a very handsome lad, and my colleague Carolina is going to tell you a little bit more about him.
Today we're meeting our friend Geno. He's a 2-year-old short hair mix, although sometimes I wonder if there's a little Siamese in there. As you can see, he's very inquisitive and he's already checking out. He's a very sweet guy. He really loves attention. He's 2 years old, and we don't know if he's lived with cats or other dogs before, but he's a pretty mellow guy. And one of the things I really love about Geno is that when he's sleeping, he likes to stretch out his front paws and cross them, and it's the cutest thing ever. We don't know if he's lived with children or, but it would definitely be somebody who, can always give them, and almost with any animal, give them their space, let the animal start out interactions so that that they're looking for affection, and giving them their space and letting them do the approaching first, As you can see, he likes jumping up and down. He really is a gentle guy. He doesn't make a lot of noise, and he seems to enjoy just having a little time with his best friend versus playing with toys. He really likes, just getting like gentle scratches behind his ear, and a lot of, he's got these gorgeous eyes too, and beautiful whiskers. He's always seeking attention. He's really friendly. So if you're looking for somebody that's just pretty laid back and just likes a little affection, he might be your guy. So we are having an event this Saturday. It's the Spring Fling adoption event, and you'll be able to pay any adoption fee that you would like, so you can set your own rate. Oop, there he goes. So yeah, it's a great time to meet a new best friend. He's already set to go home, so all you have to do if you want more info on him is you can visit us at alexandriaanimals.org/adopt, and you can learn more about him.
All right, Geno, he was super cute. He almost made a break for it. He was very into personal space, and he loved to be pat on the head, like Carolina said. So tell us a little bit about owning a cat like Geno, who does like to be in your personal space, and who might not like, you don't know the history of who he's lived with, so who might just do well in a single person home.
Yeah, so Geno is definitely a love. He loves his people. He loves to be cuddling all up on them. You could see him right as he was right up with Carolina. He was right in her face. And that is wonderful because it means that he's really comfortable. He's really engaged. I feel like Geno is kind of the type of cat. He's 2 years old, but I feel like he's wise beyond his years. So he really gets it. And I think he's a really savvy cat. He gets what it's like to live with people. I always tell people, and you'll probably hear me say this multiple times tonight. You've definitely heard me say this multiple times on the show, but every animal is an individual. We want to treat Geno as an individual, and we want to see how he does in a home environment as an individual. So really follow his lead. When he gets into your home, our team may give you advice if you are, for example, looking at integrating him into a household with other pets, be it other cats or other dogs, maybe with children, because that's a little bit different than an experience with adults. But we will be happy to give you advice on all of that. But really, it's follow Geno's lead. Give him time, give him space, let him become comfortable. Geno is so social that I think he's the kind of cat who will come up and say hi to you and your family right away. But let them take the lead, because that's going to make them feel more comfortable and more confident in their home. And that's exactly what you want, because that's a great way to help them get settled and get to learn and meet all of their new family.
Absolutely. He certainly seemed, ready to meet people. He was ready to meet me. So who else are we seeing tonight? Who is our next cat?
Yes. So like I said, we have a lot of lovely cats, and now we have Jazz. Jazz has been in between our facility and a foster home because he's doing so great there. If he is not with us on Saturday for our adoption event, the waived or name your own price adoption fee still applies to Jazz, but he's just such a lovely cat. He was really shy when he first came to us, but I don't think you're going to see that in this video when he's hanging out with our behavior manager, Joe. So I'm going to let Jazz really show himself off.
So this is Jazz. As you can see, he enjoys things like fine dining constantly. He likes as many meals a day as possible. And he's very nice, he's very social. He likes to perch right up on your lap. Temptations treats are his favorite thing in the world. Next to Scritch Crunches. Yes. Now his training sessions just consist of treats and one-on-one time and just hanging out. He's not a big player. I've tried working with him with toys and giving him breaks from petting and everything with play. He really isn't into it. Doesn't mean he won't change moving into a home. But his big thing seems to just be hanging out, eating some treats, and just getting pet. So if you're looking for a lap cat, brunch buddy, a reading partner, Jazz might be the guy for you. If you'd like to learn more about Jazz, you can visit our website and schedule an appointment to come in and meet him.
Oh, that was great. Jazz seemed super mellow. Another cuddly cat. It looked like he enjoyed having his tail stroked. Is that common with cats?
It's really depends on the cat. And again, here's me throwing out every animal as an individual. With some of our dogs who are a little bit more nervous, a little bit more shy, they really like the long pettings. That's not necessarily always the case with cats, but again, every animal is an individual. And Jess is another one that I like to talk about. They came to the AWLA. He was very shy, and yet after getting to know people and getting to know the environment, he wasn't nearly as shy. So we have these presuppositions about animals when they first come to us, but they're different even within a couple days to weeks of being at the shelter. And we know that also means that gives them the opportunity to blossom in the home. So Jazz is so friendly even in that video. And frankly, I can't wait to see how friendly and comfortable he is with his future family.
Yep, and so he will be there this weekend at the Spring Fling event, and I'm going to throw Geno's photo up one more time just to remind you guys. So Spring Fling this Saturday, 12 p.m. You can meet these animals in person. So next on the list, who do we have?
All right. Well, right now, and I always like to tell people this, we have more than dogs and just cats. Right now, we have a fair amount of guinea pigs. And so we are doing what we call our guinea pig roundup. We want every guinea pig to have the chance to meet people on this show and hopefully find their fantastic family. And so we're going through all 5 of our currently adoptable guinea pigs who are at the AWLA right now. Ideally, they will all be available for adoption on Saturday for the spring fling, unless they get adopted first. And we are, of course, happy to meet anybody who's interested in adopting them earlier than Saturday.
All right, so here they all are.
Animal Welfare League of Alexandria has not just cats and dogs, but all kinds of animals. And right now, what we have a lot of is guinea pigs. So we're going to introduce you to each of them. We've got about 5 available for adoption right now. I'm going to start with our queen bee. This is Carmela, excuse me. She's 5 years old, so she's our oldest guinea pig. And you can see she is a bigger girl because she is a little bit older. But she is also very lovely. It's guinea pig nap time right now. So like I said, she's our most sizable. She's very sweet. Hi, good girl. She's just not showing necessarily her front, but she says all my sides are my best side. She's lived with other female guinea pigs before and could potentially be interested in living with female guinea pigs again. And then everybody else we have is male. So we're going to go kind of oldest to youngest. So our next fellow is Garnet. He is about 1 year old, and you can see him back here. And Garnet decided to run into his pigloo. Again, that's my favorite vocab word with guinea pigs. He is a black and tan guy. He's a little bigger than all the rest of ours, except for, of course, Carmela. So I don't want to scare him. He actually is a pretty outgoing guy. All of these male guinea pigs that we'll meet today have lived together. Hi, buddy. But we do want to give him his space. With all animals, we want to make sure that they have the chance to feel comfortable, to get to know their environment. And then the next 3 guinea pigs that we've met are all about 9 weeks. And like I said, all of these boys lived together before. They're very likely all family. These boys specifically, these 9-week-old ones, are definitely brothers. And so this is Amethyst. Again, he's a black and tan guy. They all have similar coloring. He's a little friendlier because I think he's been socialized with humans the entirety of his life, which again is 9 weeks. So he's very excited. He's also been working with our junior volunteers, as have all of our male guinea pigs. So they do target training. So right now he thinks I'm here and I should be giving him a treat. I actually feel kind of bad that I'm not. But he has a lot of good food in there, his guinea pig pellet. He has a nice setup, again, toys, a little hidey space, and of course a lot of Timothy hay, which is something that we want for all of our guinea pigs. So next, moving on, is another of his brothers. This is Stephen. Stephen I love because Stephen makes the best nests in the Timothy hay. So you can see him right there. He's fun because he has, I know he's going to pull himself back a little bit. He has a little more of a mohawk. Buddy, do you not? There he goes. He has like a little bit of a mohawk right in the middle, and I really like it. It just feels like he's rocking his own hairstyle and trying to be his own independent guinea pig. Now, none of these guys are bonded, but because they have lived together, they could be interested in living with each other, maybe other male guinea pigs. We, of course, want to make sure that we're keeping the males and females separate, or we will have even more guinea pigs than we were anticipating. And then our last guy here, once again, 9 weeks old and male, is Conrad, and he is a little bit shyer. I believe he is going to be, oh, no, if you look, the blanket's moving. Oh, we got a pig in a blanket, and he has wrapped himself up very well. I don't want to startle him. There he is. Now he's mostly black. You get a little bit of tan. You can't quite see it on his bottom, but I like him because his ears seem a little bit more distinct to me. They seem a little bit bigger. There he is. Isn't he super cute? And so just like with all of the guinea pigs you saw today, he has his little hidey spots too. He can go under his wood tunnel, but frankly, that little guinea pig in a blanket thing, that's the cutest thing I've seen all day. So all of these guys are available for adoption now, and they're all looking for wonderful homes. And if you are a first-time guinea pig adopter, our team would be happy to tell you more about them.
All right, super cute, all stunners. Carmela, she was the queen bee, I think. So tell us a little bit about, if you are a first-time guinea pig owner, there were, they were all a lot of different guinea pigs, different personalities, different ages, different sexes. So what do I need to know about which one would be best for me if I am a first-time guinea pig owner?
Yeah, you know, especially when we have a lot of guinea pigs, people find it hard to make a choice to learn a little bit more about each guinea pig. They don't necessarily think of guinea pigs in the same way as cat or dogs, but as I mentioned today, each one of our guinea pigs has a lot of different experiences and a lot of different personalities. So you see it a little bit in where they're hanging out in their kennel, you see a little bit in how they look. And so depending on if you've had a guinea pig before, if you have a guinea pig currently and are looking to bond them, we could definitely provide advice in terms of, you know, which different sex they are, ages, things like that. We also know guinea pigs are social animals, so maybe two of our younger guys might look into living together again. We want to make sure that your guinea pigs have enough space, because especially when you have multiple guinea pigs, you want to make sure you're taking that into account. Just because we saw a lot of our guys kind of quietly and in the same space today doesn't mean they don't want space to exercise, hang out, explore a little bit. And then of course we saw all our guinea pigs in their enclosures today, but guinea pigs are so social. And that means with other guinea pigs, but that also means with people. So if guinea pigs have the chance to get to know you, especially like our younger guys have, it could mean that they're the kind of guinea pigs who want to hang out with you in the night. Maybe it's when you're watching television at night and they want to join you for your Netflix binging session. Maybe it's that they want to have a little run set up in a part of your house so they have a little bit more room to explore. Guinea pigs are really smart, really social, and really friendly. And each one of these guys could be looking for a lot of different interesting type of families. And if you think a guinea pig could be right for you, we'd love to tell you more about what it feels like to bring a piggy into your family.
Yeah, so like you said, you know, the matching, it's not too different than matching with a dog or a cat. I think the best way to do that would be to come in and see them. So like on Saturday at noon, all of these guys will be at the Spring Fling event. I want to show Carmela one more time. Look at that beauty. I mean, who could resist that face? She was showing us her good side in the video.
She has so many good sides, and that's just one of many. And she is really raring to find a new family. She's lovely. I just love her. She's probably the cuddliest of all of them, even if you didn't see it in that video. And so, yeah, we would love for people to come in, see all our piggies and all our adoptable animals between noon and 5 this Saturday, May 14th, and figure out who might be the right fit for them so we can provide more information and hopefully find everyone a new best friend.
Wonderful, super exciting. All right, we've done cats, we've done guinea pigs. So who is next for us tonight?
Yeah, so I mentioned cats, I mentioned guinea pigs. Now it's time for the dogs, and we have some wonderful dogs. So one of the pups we're going to meet today is Honey. She is beautiful. She is smart. She has so much going for her, and she is going to be great for her future family. So let's learn a little bit more about Honey.
Are you ready? So this lovely lady is Honey. Hi, good girl. Can I take this off? So Honey is about 6 years old. She came to us from a shelter in Louisiana that had too many dogs at the time, and so she and some of her canine friends came to stay with us, and now we're hoping to find her a wonderful home. So she is a terrier mix. We're not really sure. I think there's a little bit of a lot in there. Somebody said maybe German Shepherd, but I think, like I said, we've got a little bit of a lot in there. And Honey is a very smart girl. Right now, she's just kind of getting the lay of the land, but let's see if she can show us some of her tricks. Honey, can you sit? Oh, and shake. I was gonna ask you, and you already knew. And so we don't have a lot of information on Honey's past. We don't know necessarily what kind of family she's lived with. She is the kind of girl, as you can see, she wants to be your only baby. So she's not looking to live with another dog or a cat because she wants all of your attention. But she's very smart. We're working with her on making sure that she's as comfortable as possible during walks. Right now, sometimes she sees a squirrel and she's really interested in that squirrel, so we're working on things like that. But she's a pretty social girl. It may take her a little bit to warm up to people just to get a chance to meet them, but she is pretty social. And like I said, she's very smart, and I think she could learn all kinds of tricks with somebody who's willing to give her the time and attention. Look at her tail go. For Honey, even things like feeding her through puzzle feeders, so whenever she's eating, she's using her brain, could be good for her. Because she is still working on her leash manners, if she did have a house where perhaps she had a yard where she can kind of play on her own, that might be good for her. And that's also a time to use puzzle toys and other toys, kind of introduce her to games, and then just training, teaching her new tricks, things like that, another way to keep her mind busy. And when she gets to know you, she gets much cuddlier. You can see she's kind of getting up in my space now. And that's one of my favorite things about a dog, when they get to know you enough to be really comfortable and want to cuddle and be a lap dog. I know there's lots of smells in here, honey, including, that's right, hot dogs. Can you sit? Shake? Yes, good girl. Her adoption fees have been prepaid by a generous donor, and for anybody coming to our May 14th Spring Fling adoption event, any animal, including Honey, it has the option of naming your adoption price. Hi, good girl. And I should mention, by the way, that she has just the thickest, softest coat. It's one of those things you can't see on camera. You really need to feel to believe it, but she has just, it's so much softer than you would ever imagine. Yeah.
So cute. She was really honing in on those hot dogs. I know that's the treat that you guys use for training the dogs. She was all about them. She was really honing in on those hot dogs. I know that's the treat that you guys use for training the dogs.
Sorry, I got a little reverb there. Apologies. Yeah. Hot dogs, you know, they're something that you obviously have to make sure it's right for your pup. Sometimes it doesn't agree gastrointestinally, but our dogs love it because it is chewy. It smells a lot, which is something that you want to use to get their attention. And you can see with Honey, it definitely got her attention. She was happy to show off all of her tricks, even sometimes without asking, because that's how motivated she was by yummy, yummy treats. And that's exactly what you want to see with a pup. Anytime you're trying to teach them anything, anytime you're trying to do training, it should be as exciting for them as it is for you. As soon as you see a pup kind of get frustrated or worn out, that's probably the end of your teaching period for the day. And that means just you give it a little time later on in the day, the next day. But Honey was all up for her hot dogs, wasn't she?
Absolutely. And she was really, she was social. She was coming over to, you know, smell me and say hi. You said she was from a shelter in Louisiana, so you don't know too much about her past, but what would be the process of, you know, transitioning, integrating her into a new home? Would it be any different for a dog that you knew all about and who came from right here in Alexandria?
You know, we have animals come to us from a variety of circumstances. Sometimes they are found as lost pets in Alexandria and they may not have someone who reclaims them. Sometimes they are surrendered by somebody who is unfortunately no longer able to keep them. And sometimes, because we know Alexandria is such an amazing animal loving community, we have more interest in adopting pets than we have animals coming to us. So we will work with shelters and rescues in maybe disadvantaged parts of the region and also the nation to bring animals to us, because we know they may not be able to find homes where they are, but we can find amazing homes for them here in Alexandria. And so Honey is one of those latter opportunities. And sometimes we have more information about them. Sometimes we don't. We collect as much information about them as we can at the AWLA from before they were with us and when they were with us. We can provide a lot of guidance and a lot of information, but it's pretty much a similar situation. We just want to give you as much information as possible to provide the best match to help you find your best friend. And so whether they've been with us for a little while, a long while, they came from us from afar or somewhere close, we will give you as much as we can. And we are also available as a resource after the fact. So once you adopt, if you have any questions or anything, we are there to see, to answer any questions you might have and address any concerns that might come up.
Absolutely. And I know you guys, it's not your first rodeo with animals who come from afar. I remember last year when you guys took, well, it was about 50 cats from Texas, I believe, after Texas had the disaster when everything froze.
Yes, so that's right. That was another example of that was another example of a shelter who had a need at that time. They did not have power. They had a lot of animals in their care who were not finding homes locally anyway. And so we brought them here to Alexandria. Some of them stayed with us and some of them went to other local shelters and rescue. But knowing that there's animals in need all across the United States and even across the world, our goal is to help where we can. And of course, find some amazing pets for folks in Virginia. And Honey is going to be one of those. And I say Virginia, I mean our region. If you live in DC, if you live in Maryland, we are of course happy for Honey to find an amazing home with you because she's a pretty amazing dog and that's exactly what she deserves. Oh, and that is just her best smile right there, isn't it?
Oh yes, that's such a great picture. And her adoption fees have been prepaid.
Yes, that's right. We are lucky enough to have generous donors who prepay the adoption fees for a lot of our animals. This weekend, when we have our Spring Fling adoption event, it's going to be name your price no matter what. So whether you choose to pay an adoption fee, which helps us go towards the other costs that we have at animals at our shelter, or not. Our goal is just to help so many animals find amazing homes. And so we're really excited for Honey and everybody else we've met today to do so, including our last Adoptable. You may have seen him in a lot of places recently because we are so focused on finding our wonderful Mars a home. And Mars truly is wonderful. You may hear me say it. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but he kind of is my favorite. So
Yep,
I'm
I
going
did
to talk
not edit that part out.
I'm happy to talk him up as much as I have the opportunity to do so. Mars is our longest term resident. He is absolutely wonderful, and he's looking for a particular and special home, and we're hoping we can find that for him in our area. So let's learn a little bit more about Mars.
Should we go in? Wanna go say hi? Oh, you gonna go say hi to everybody? Hi, Mr. Mars. Hi. So this handsome gent here is Mars, also known as Mr. Mars or Mars Bar or Marzipan Man. He's absolutely my favorite. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that. So Mars is probably our longest term resident, and frankly, I can't understand why, because look at how handsome and wiggly. Mars, yeah, you're gonna say hi to everybody.
Gotta get all the sniffs in.
So when Mars first came to us, he was definitely very shy, and you may not be able to see it in his, like, he came right up and said hi to you. He's going and experimenting. Mr. Mars, come here. Hi, yeah. But he still is a little bit shy at new things and especially loud noises. He probably wouldn't like a family that has young kids in it, just because sometimes that can be a little startling. It can make him a little bit nervous. He loves playing tug of war with toys. And the other thing he really likes is bottom scritches. Oh, buddy, are you giving up on bottom scritches? Come here. So actually he'll sit himself in your lap for bottom scritches, you can see. I know, we're so excited. Hi. I don't think I mentioned before, but he is 3 years old. He is a terrier mix. Sometimes when I sit up here, he'll kind of climb into my lap and give hugs, and it's just the cutest thing. He does know a couple commands that we've been working with him on. Oh, there he goes. Like I said, he likes to sit in your lap. So don't ever tell Mars he's not a lap dog, because he will not believe it. So like I said, he is a little bit shy at first, but he really comes around. He is a very energetic guy. He would love to do maybe running or hiking with his family. He's met dogs before. Sometimes some of them he's gotten along with, some of them not so much. It's like any human. Sit. Yes. Oh, you're so handsome. Yes, you are. We think he's probably our most famous pup. Hi, buddy. As well as our longest term resident. And we just can't wait to find him a home, because he is just so wonderful and so handsome and so sweet. His adoption fee has already been prepaid by a generous donor, so he's already ready for that. But yes, he will be available for adoption as part of our Spring Fling adoption event this weekend.
Mars, what a guy. He was so cute. So rambunctious, full of energy. I think the sunshine kind of brought that out a little bit. But his adoption fees are also prepaid. So I want to tell us why he's your favorite.
Yes. So Mars, I feel bad because sometimes he doesn't show himself the best on camera, but I feel like he's just such a sweet guy. And that's what I've gotten to learn to him over the past couple months, is he is so sweet and so engaging. He's so focused on the people he loves. And I feel like that's exactly what someone's looking for in a pet who thinks they're the center of their world. And that's exactly what you're going to get with Mars. So one of the things that we discovered about Mars maybe halfway through his stay with us is he has a very special way of his showing his affection. And that's actually Mars gives hugs. He gives hugs like people expect you give hugs. And I found this out one day when I was hanging out with him. I was planning on putting a harness on him. I sat down, he kind of came up, and he just like kind of came between my legs and gave me a hug. And I had to duplicate it later on to get someone to get a video of this, because it was the sweetest, most endearing thing. It kind of melted my heart a little bit. And Grace, I know you have a video of this as well.
Who's the best at hugging? You're the best at hugging. Yes, you are. Someone's got such a happy tail.
He was so nuzzled in there. He was not moving. He was comfy.
Yes, and that's the Mars I know. Like I say, sometimes it takes a little while to get to know him for him to feel comfortable, and I feel like that's fair. I'm an introvert. I kind of get that vibe. But
Me
when
too.
Mars gets to know you, he chooses you. You are his person. And Mars has been lucky enough to choose a lot of people at the AWLA, staff members and volunteers. But I feel like whoever chooses him to be his family member is going to be so, so lucky. Even the person who's been fostering him recently has said, her favorite thing about him is at night he comes up for cuddles, he puts her head in his lap, and it's just love time. And sometimes hyperactive and maybe a little nervous Mars might not show that right at the beginning, but whoever adopts him is going to be so lucky to have such a sweet and such a devoted dog in their life. And Mars is that guy. So I will talk him up to anybody. I will answer any questions directly to anybody who has any questions about Mars. I just love him so much. We have amazing dogs at the AWLA all the time. And Mars is certainly an example of that.
Yeah, I'm going to show
And
this
there
one
he
last
is.
picture of him because, I mean, look at those eyes. That's irresistible.
I tell people he coined the puppy dog eyes. Look at that photo. Did he
Yes.
not?
Yep.
He made that happen.
Yes. Oh my gosh. He is beautiful. They're all beautiful. So yeah, they are all still available for adoption. I know they do get snapped up quickly. I know one of the cats that I did talk to yet or did video, didn't speak with the cat. That would be amazing. I videoed yesterday, did get put on hold. So congrats to Lizzie. But if you are interested in any of these other animals, you can meet them, anytime at adopt@alexandriaanimals.org. You can email, or you can call this number, or you can visit alexandriaanimals.org/adopt to schedule an appointment, or come in this Saturday and you can meet some of the animals in person.
Yes, whenever we have animals available, they're always available at that website that Grace just posted. It's alexandriaanimals.org/adopt. We keep that up to date so you can see anyone we have available. This Saturday, we are welcoming visitors into our building in limited numbers to give every animal a chance to find a wonderful home. But no matter when you're looking, we have wonderful dogs, cats, guinea pigs, rabbits, all kinds of animals. So if you're looking to adopt, we hope you will consider us because we have some amazing adoptables, as you have hopefully met tonight.
Yes. Oh, they were, I mean, I don't know how you could not adopt one of these. If you have seen all of these videos, even if you have an animal or if you had kids, you're going to find the right animal for you with the AWLA. You guys do such a good job with the compatibility. So Gina, thank you so much for being here and for introducing us to this month's adoptable animals. And I look forward to seeing you again in June.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. We always have some wonderful adoptables and we can't wait to talk to you about them.
All right, so thanks, guys. This was this month's installment of Meeting Alexandria's Animals. So we have a great crew of animals today. They might not be here for very long. Just want to reiterate the Spring Fling event this Saturday at noon at the AWLA. You can go in person and meet them, or alexandriaanimals.org/adopt. Can't say it enough. They are all great, and we will be sharing more information about them on social media throughout the week. So stay tuned. And until then, be the good news in someone's life.